It definitely helps to exercise in beautiful environments, because we don't feel the physiological effort the way we do in other environments. And this is what Professor Peter Sanch said in an interview on Swedish public television after conducting a study on people who commute to work by bike, but he also looked at 3 other studies showing the same thing. That interesting and beautiful environments largely influence our performance in a positive way. What surprised Professor Sanch was that there was such a big difference. The overall picture they got was that runners ran between 10 and 66% faster at the same effort, and cyclists cycled between 23 and 30% faster when they were in a beautiful outdoor environment compared to a dull environment indoors. And now let's look at a study about running. This one is called the competition of internal and external information in an exercise setting. And as I said, it specifically looked at running. They did 2 different experiments with 80 people and looked at how much performance is affected if you distract runners from thinking about their running. And in the first experiment, participants were asked to run on a treadmill with headphones. And when they heard the distracting street noises, they experienced much less fatigue at the same pace compared to when they heard amplification of their own breathing. And I think this is really funny. Amplifying the sound of their panting made them very aware of how hard it was to run, which made them much more tired. In the second experiment, they had to run the same distance at 2 different places. One was a cross-country path, and the other they just ran around a field, quite monotonous. Although the cross-country jogging required more focus on the external environment so they wouldn't trip or run in the wrong direction or anything, higher speeds were demonstrated at the cross-country path at comparable levels of fatigue symptoms. And there are also studies that show that athletes perform better when they get to listen to music that they really like. Well, compared to not listening to music at all. Now, what should you do with this information? Well, obviously, mental distraction can make you perform better. And it doesn't matter if it's a beautiful environment, or various surprising sounds in your headphones, or technical terrain with a lot of roots and rocks and potholes, or if you get lost in your favorite music. And on the other hand, hearing amplified breathing through your headphones will reduce your performance and will make you realize that what you are doing is actually something very hard and painful. This just goes to show how important it is to try and find mental strategies when competing or trying to beat your personal best. Shifting the focus from the effort to something else, preferably something positively charged, like beautiful nature or your favorite music. Of course, I cannot tell you exactly what's best for you. You have to figure that out for yourself. And if you already have a mental strategy, feel free to write it in a comment, as it may inspire others. And that's it for today. See you in another video. You know, I've been thinking, I think I should focus on recovery this year. You know, compression clothing, ice baths, massages, antioxidant juices, you know, the lot, just to focus on recovery. I think it will do wonders for my performance. Well, if you can't even get to the World Health Organization's recommended 150 minutes of exercise per week, maybe you should focus less on recovery and more on exercise. You know, I just found out you can buy pure oxygen in a can that you inhale. Heard it do wonders for your recovery.